Hello, son. Have you arrived? Have you had dinner? How was the flight? Have you remembered anything?
The trip was oddly uncomfortable. Mr. White had reserved the entire first-class section for me, and I had 2 flight attendants hovering over me the whole time. It was impossible to get any reading done. Guess what? On the plane, they offered me grapes for dessert.
And?
I tried them, Mom. They were delicious.
How strange. When you were a little boy, you used to spit them in my face. But I'm glad you finally come to like them, son. You've never eaten enough fruit.
It's very strange, Mom. I've stopped remembering things since I met Mr. White. On my last visit, I stored something using a password that I can't remember now. Any ideas what it is?
I don't know, son. Frank for your father, maybe. Elaine for me. Suzanne for that girlfriend you had. Or perhaps something having to do with Satanism? I don't know.
Mom, I don't think I tried to kill myself.
What are you saying, son?
It might have been an accident. Imagine that I broke a thermometer and that the mercury fell into a glass and then I drank from it without noticing and...
John, you don't have to reassure me. I know that nothing will happen this time. I trust you. You're intelligent and strong.
Yeah, we can ring the other people here. John, how are you doing?
Fine, Mr. White.
Henry. To you, I'm just Henry.
Yes, Henry, pardon me. The hotel is really over the top, Henry. Thank you.
Over the top? You'll never change, John. That's exactly what you said to me the last time.
The front desk clerk is a little odd, don't you think?
I don't remember him. I'll have him fired, all right?
No, don't do that. It's really nothing.
Better. We all have a right to make a living.
When I was in New York, you mentioned my father. Did you ever meet him?
Excuse me, John. What do you have for me, Cooper?
A woman of about 50, passed out, drunk.
In one piece?
Almost.
Take her to the generator room. I want her awake and calm. Call me when she's ready. Excuse me, John. Where were we? Ah, yes. Dementia is a very hard thing. But let's not talk about that, okay?
I'm starting to remember things, Henry.
Congratulations. I knew that this trip would help you. I just knew it.
I didn't try to kill myself, Henry. Someone forced me to swallow the mercury.
What are you saying? I'll send a bodyguard. I'll call Lori. I'm sure we have someone in Paris. Don't leave the hotel. Someone will come for you.
The last time I was in the hotel, I hid something.
Interesting. What could it be? Well, call me if you find it. Remember that anything you turn up, no matter how minor, can help us save lives.
And let's ring the front desk.
What do you know about my suicide attempt?
Nothing. Well, that Mr. White found you, and he took you to a hospital in some kind of private ambulance. He made sure no one was the wiser. We don't want any scandals here.
Did I have any visitors?
Not a single one, monsieur, yesterday. I'm sorry to say that your behavior was very boring. Despite the fact that I dropped the price of my very best girls as much as 20%. Have you had a change of heart?
No, thank you.
25%? 30%?
Who's been in the room since my previous visit?
Only Mr. White, the maid, Matthew from maintenance, and me. But not a single guest. Someone has to clean the room, even if there are no guests, sir. By the way, if you're interested in her, be in the room tomorrow when she comes to clean it. She's new and frisky. Free fun dance on the first visit. I just went to leave a small welcome gift on the terrace a little while ago, monsieur. The maid noticed that the extractor fan in the bathroom was not working, so I sent Matthew to fix it. Mr. White came to the hotel because you called him. He went up to the room, and that was when he found you half dead.
Is this hotel named after Gustave Doré, the artist?
Mais non. It's named after, well, another Doré, who's also an artist in his own way. The funny thing is that he's a great-great-grandson of the original Doré.
I know that you have an envelope for me.
Of course, monsieur, yesterday. But as per your instructions, you have to say 2 words before I can give it to you. I'm sorry to say that the password does not include that word.
Well, let's just try a few more.
No, that is not one of the two words. No, that is not one of the two words. I'm sorry to say that the password does not include that word. I see that you still can't remember. I'm sorry. I see that you still can't... I see that... I see... No, that is not... I see that you... No.
Okay. So, can I stop that thing going? Finally, good. So what can we do? Look for rough stone to sharpen something that doesn't have much of an edge. Look for rough stone to sharpen something. Oh, I know where that is. That's out here. This thing here. So let's sharpen this. Like you do. Very good. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. So I'm wondering now if that works for my extractor fan. Now, what happens if I press the old hot water? Oh. I've got some screws and a thingy and a towel, some soap, some hand cream, and some rosemary oil. My goodness me. And the other half will live. Right, where's out? What's there? Let's see if I can...
What really happened to my father? Was he crazy?
Son, I would have preferred for you not to find out. I told you that your father died in the tragedy at Cadway Station, but that's not what really happened. As I've told you, your father was the world's leading expert on satanic sects. The best. He was my thesis director. That's how we met. It's true that your father was in Cadway when the station caved in, but he survived. And he stayed there, living in its ruins. I begged him to come back home, but it was no use. He said that the station was the only place he felt safe. After the collapse, your father was traumatized. He said that he was being persecuted by a satanic sect called the Unmentionable Ones.
Well, we can't mention them then.
The last time I went to see him, I tried everything, but he didn't want to leave. He called me a heretic, and he disappeared without a trace. Frank yesterday was a great man, John. A true scholar, a good husband, and the best of fathers. He loved you very much, John. Just don't make the same mistakes he did.
Interesting. It's the same guy who... Oh. No. So we've got some screws and a fan cover. What the hell can we do with that fan cover? Can we have a hint? Oh, wonderful. Okay, so... Oops. Well, I've looked at all the pictures, haven't I? Let's have a look. Can I do that on there? Ah, right, okay. Just defacing the hotel. Oh, what is it? A card with cutouts. We wish you a pleasant and comfortable stay with us. We wish you a pleasant and comfortable stay. Hang on, what's the difference between the two? Oh, the Eiffel Tower. I wonder if that's the words. Let's have a look. Hey.
Dommage. You're... I see that you...
Oh no, I know what it is. It's the Eiffel Tower. Let's have a look. What if... Considering it looks like the Eiffel Tower. Oh no, hang on. Revolution. Who would have bloody thought it? Okay, well, then let's try it with that. Oh. Okay, let's go back to the phone. Where's the phone? Do.
Good. That's one of the words. And the other? I'm sorry. No. That...
So we've got revolution. Okay. That doesn't have cutouts. I don't want to keep clicking on that thing all the time. Is there any other things for me to do? Let's look outside. Can I do what with that? Can I jam that? Oh, okay. If I can do the old... thinking you could do the old screeching thing, and that won't work with that. That's the revolution that we've already tried. Should we try it again? Right, you do. Right, okay. So, there we go. Let's have a look. I shouldn't really be clicking on that thing. I'm going to try and stop clicking on that thing. So there it is. What should we try? Should we try with that? No. Soap. A pen. How about a notepad? Okay. A bottle? Aha! How about a towel? Oh, okay. Aha! Right. Alchemy. Okay. Good thing the maid didn't clean, isn't it? Properly, I mean. Bit too fisky, that's her issue.
Give me the envelope, Albert. Revolution. Alchemy.
We're getting back our memory, huh? I'll bring it right up. Here you go, Monsieur Yesterday.
Thanks a lot, Albert.
Their photos? Huh? Pretty photos. Naked, dirty, trashy, fifi, lascivious. If you don't have a buyer, I can find you one. 10% discount if I can
Good
watch
night,
you.
Albert.
Oh, I see. That bulge must be some kind of toy. I'll leave you alone. Pervert.
He says pervert. Yeah, right. The evergreen. Pair of swimming goggles. Fantastic. So we have some... Can we use that on there? Yep. No. Swimming goggles. I don't know if this will work, but let's have a look. It's swimming into it. Like you do. It's just... It's kind of, you know, you think it, so... No, I'm trying to think about the stuff that's inside of it. There's a... An 8x8 square of tiles. Why the hell would I want an 8x8? Square of tiles. That's bizarre. Alright, let's try and ring up, see if I can just call somebody. Aha!
Do the words, the Evergreen 1852, mean anything to you?
Of course. It's the name of a legendary chess match. Anderson moves the knight to e7 and defeats Dufresne in 24 moves.
Did I ever tell you what I wanted the contents of the envelope for?
There's no need to, Monsieur Yesterday. But when you're finished with it, I'll buy it off you. 20% extra if it's clean.
So it's a chess thingy. Aha! So... Oh. There's nothing else in here, is there? No. Oh, can I get out of this bloody building? Is there a way out? Where's the door? Oh, right, so what that usual kind of thing where you kind of stuck for about a while. I wonder where that key could possibly fit. Could it possibly, and I'm just guessing, open the safe? Oh yeah, what's that? They're too petite. Oh, I. Ooh, this looks quite... This looks quite detailed. Oh, here we go.
I'm John Yesterday, a specialist in satanic sects. I'm John Yesterday, a specialist in satanic sects.
Thanks for the information, Mr. Yesterday. See that door? Use it to go back where you came from.
I need to find out some things about the relationship between Notre Dame Cathedral and alchemy, and Mr. Petit is one of the few people to have researched this topic.
Find out for yourself. Mr. Petit isn't available.
Have you heard of the Inquisitor, a serial killer who's targeting panhandlers in New York? I believe Mr. Petit can help me find him.
First you'll have to find Mr. Petit, and I doubt very much that you'll be able to do that.
If you could just tell me where he is.
In hell, Mr. Yesterday. My father committed suicide 2 months ago. Go and look for him there.
I'm so sorry. How clumsy of me. Very clumsy. Sorry. Is there any way I can make it up to you? Can I buy you a cup of coffee?
I should say no.
Was I that bad?
That's not it. But I don't think I'm going to flatter your male ego by saying otherwise. I don't kiss up to people.
Are you afraid? Of what?
Of you, John. These months have brought a little peace to my shitty little world. Now you'll be leaving. I'm in no position to lose any more male figures in my life.
Hey, it's not the first time we've done this.
Don't be an idiot. I'm talking about my father's diary.
She talks quietly, doesn't she?
You never told me your father kept a diary.
I don't confide in just anyone. It's full of notes about alchemy, Notre Dame, a satanic sect. Right up your alley. I'll give it to you tomorrow, and then there'll be nothing left to keep you here.
The diary opened my eyes, Pauline. I have to go to a mental hospital in New York.
You're leaving.
Come with me. I'll get my things from the hotel. You get the diary. We'll meet back at the airport, okay?
I should say no. I know what you're here for. You must know where you left it. Take the diary and get out of here.
Well, of course I knew exactly where I left it. I left it there. It's very good quality, this diagrams here. So we've got a lot of little things to click on. I'm not going to click on any little suggestions. I'm going to basically look around. Basically we're nicking loads of stuff so she doesn't see me. Fantastic.
Good morning. Do we know each other?
Absolutely. Since about 5 seconds ago, my friend. Marcel Richard, draftsman at your service.
Do you like antiques, Marcel?
No, to tell the truth, I am hiding from my creditors. If you see a short blonde man who looks like money come in, you let me know.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about alchemy by any chance?
Absolutely. Mix vodka with lemon, whiskey with soda, or rum with pineapple juice. None of these transforms metal into gold, but they do something better. They transform women into goddesses.
Yes.
I'm looking for a diary. It's supposed to be in the back room, but if you should run across it here...
I shall make it my personal quest, my friend. If I have to kill someone to get your diary, I'll do it.
That's reassuring. Another thing we're nicking. Why is there anything here we can nick? Oh. Ah, the blue bird. Oh. That's the same thing, isn't it?
Good morning.
At last, a polite young man. Don't you agree, Walter?
Are you in Paris on vacation?
Exactly, dear. We're celebrating our undivorce. Walter?
Did you say you just got undivorced?
Exactly. We'd been divorced for just 6 months when Walter had a heart attack. He changed completely, became a totally different person. So I said, do you want to get undivorced? And he said...
So you two can't remember why you divorced?
I don't know. Well, we used to fight a lot. Remember how you always used to contradict me, Walter? I know it's hard to tell these things from the outside, but I can assure you that everything's different now.
I'm happy to hear that you've reconciled.
Life gave us another chance, dear. And I swear on my guardian angel that we're going to make the most of it.
Is Walter okay? No after effects?
Just the opposite, dear. He's much better like this. Isn't that right, Walter?
Is it your first time in Paris?
Our very first. We've been wanting to come here all our lives. But things got in the way. Kids, work, and then, well, the divorce.
Fantastic. Thank you for that.
And it is told that Don Gines de Ordoña, a priest, poured mercury from his right hand, sulfur from his left hand, sprinkled salt on top, and lit a fire underneath that blazed white hot like the depths of hell.
Hang on, is that not him?
You don't seem like the typical Frenchman.
Ah? No? And if I tell you I have pétanque balls between my legs?
The hell's one of them?
You don't seem like the...
And you don't seem like the stereotypical American. You haven't shot me yet.
You don't seem like the typical Frenchman.
I am too handsome, I know.
You don't seem like the typical Frenchman.
I'm more like the stereotypical Mandingo, if you catch my drift.
Let's say again.
You don't seem like the typical Frenchman.
Are you insinuating that I seem straight?